Billed as the lightest one-person tent in the world, the Zpacks Plex Solo Lite comes in at an incredible 11.8 ounces. Always striving to go lighter and keep key features for comfort, I was willing to try it out ahead of some hikes I have coming up. Will it be as sturdy as my trusty Duplex with only one trekking pole instead of two? Would I feel cramped? There's no time like the present to set it up and see. Okay, so we've got the tent spread out and the four corners are very loosely staked out because I want to make sure I leave plenty of play so that I can tighten it up in a little bit. And I'm going to put my trekking pole right up there in the front because it is a trekking pole tent, and unlike the Duplex, this one only takes one. Okay, so I am very loosely staked out. I've got the trekking pole in there. It is up to the height that is recommended for this tent. That did require me to get a different set of trekking poles than I already had. Zpacks also offers a tent pole especially for this tent, but if you're hiking with trekking poles, might as well not carry something extra and just use your trekking poles. Just make sure that the height is enough. I believe the recommended height is 132 centimeters for this tent. Okay, so even though it is still loose everywhere, it's pretty sturdy. So I'm gonna go around and I'm going to tension everything that I have on right now, and then I'm going to let you guys see what it looks like with 4 pegs and then with the additional pegs, because there are additional guy out points on the side and rear of this tent to maximize the room that you have inside. Okay, so here we are with the 4 sides tensioned. What I normally do is I start at one side, then I go to the opposite side, and then do opposites again. So now I'm going to tension out this back space right here. I'm gonna start with just this one. Okay, so we have the back here tensioned out. So now we've got 5 pegs in this tent, 6 with the front, and it is pretty roomy. Like, you could get away with just this. Let's go ahead and also guy out these 2 and these on the side so you can see how much room these offer you as well. Okay, so I have all points tensioned out around the tent now for a total of 10 stakeout points. So I think you can get away with 4, but I think you also want to ask yourself, where are you going to be traveling to? What is the weather forecast to be like when you are wherever you're going? Because, like, for instance, I'm going to Scotland again, and I've done a fair bit of camping there and been through some storms. And I will just say, for as much as a gram weenie as I am, trying to get every bit of weight down, one place that I don't like to skimp is tent pegs, because I've gone through some storms in my tent, and I would just rather have every possible guy out point covered if I have to batten down the hatches and rely on my shelter to stay upright. So I will be taking all 10 tent pegs with me. You know, and in a pinch, if you don't bring all of them with you, you can use sticks, you can use rocks. You do have options if you just don't want to carry extra pegs. Okay, here we are with the doors attached right here at this little metal piece that they have. Holds these 2 together. This overlaps here a little bit. And you've got all that vestibule room in there. This tent does have the same toggle ties. I believe you also have the option to upgrade to magnets. Like, they sell a separate little thing where you can have magnets on it. So there we go in there with the extra points guyed out. It really is a lot of room in there. I think I'm going to be just fine. The vestibule area is still super roomy. I wish that this came down a little bit farther, but it's going to allow me to have a nice breeze, and you know, it's somewhere you can chop off some weight, just take off a couple inches of that fabric there. But yeah, I'm super excited to try this out in Scotland. Okay, so I haven't blown it up. I just kind of laid it in here. So this is how much room I have with my Neo Air X Lite in here. If you move this out of the way, you do have a little bit over here. See these guys right here? These are the tensioners for the bathtub floor. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. So those will bring the bathtub floor up so that rain runs off the top and condensation runs off the top and will not drain into your bathtub floor. So I really love that. Plenty of room over there for electronics, for your backpack, whatever else you want to put in there. Got a lot of headroom. So this is the additional room that I've got in here, which is pretty substantial, and you still have the roomy vestibule in here, which still has quite a bit of room. This is what we look like sitting up on the inside of the tent. You can see that I'm pretty close, but if you want to scooch just a little bit closer to the trekking pole, you've got all of this room up here. So really, I kind of feel like it's a small price to pay for all this additional room and the weight savings in a one-person tent. The zipper is extremely easy to do one-handed.
My initial thoughts on this tent are that it's roomier than I thought it would be. Will the weight savings be worth missing that second door and wonderful breeze that I've become used to with my Duplex? Follow along as I take her out on her maiden voyage and find out.